So here's what I mean by the immense potential to grow the business. Here's a list, critical growth objectives that probably you all have at least one or two of these. Here's what I mean by customers crushing these kinds of objectives. So go to market. OnePlus, their first phone, when they first launched the OnePlus One, they formed a community. They co-created the first phone. They evangelized it. Result, first year revenue, $330 million with minimal marketing cost. Acquisition, Salesforce customers, quote, closed, unquote, 80% of prospects who attended their live events. No sales pitch required. Ask Canada's customer champions. There was like 50 of these. 50 customer champions organized 20 live events in 13 cities that drew 2,000 people, among other things. That's what restored those retention rates. Market share. Zoom, our friend Zoom here. Everybody loves Zoom. They were like, Eric Yuan could not get funding. He was late to the market. I mean, was this guy crazy thinking he could compete in this market against Cisco and Microsoft and so forth? And what he decided was, we're not going to spend a dime on marketing for 2 years. We're going to create natural customer advocates, and they are the ones that launched their steady, spectacular climb in market share. They are dominating. Last I saw them. Reducing cost. We see a lot of customer communities supporting customer support, and we take some of those calls and some of those inquiries and so forth. I have never seen anybody that did it like this way back in the day. This was back in the Steve Ballmer days. They had a serious problem with the cost of support, and the customer community there stepped up. They determined that they saved hundreds of millions of dollars in diverted support cost. Let's talk about product innovation. This is 3M lead users, a type of customer, co-created products that achieve 2x the market share and 8x the revenue created by internally created products. And MIT, this isn't just a fluke. MIT has extensive long-term research showing that customers/users generate more successful products by far than internal product teams.
Yeah, it's very interesting what you say about kind of co-creation and co-innovation with customers, thinking about customers as a way to help actually actively crush growth objectives. I can think of a real example in our business where that started to happen. We recently bought from one of our customers a technology platform that they had developed. And we are now sort of scaling it up for use with our customer base more broadly. The process of doing that has also caused us to think about how we collaborate with them in the future, to continue to kind of innovate together. And so the concept you raised, Bill, of like seeing the customers as a kind of partner in that ultimate goal is a great way of thinking about it.
Starting up a new side of our business with a new customer target group, which is the fleet group. So instead of going through the traditional approach of, right, we've got to hire, a fantastic business development team, we've got to spend millions on marketing, actually, can we kind of follow the tracks of some of the companies you mentioned earlier, Bill, in still achieving that growth, but just through a different means?